Yeah, hi, this is day 6, the last day of the label reading challenge. So if you haven't watched all the videos, you can find them in the group. Also on YouTube under Lisa Hernandez. I am going to tell you a little tip today about calcium on a food label. This only works for calcium, not other nutrients or supplements. But for instance, they always list the percentage of calcium found in a food. This one says, let me find it, right here, calcium, 4%. 4% calcium per serving, which would be 13 crackers. And these are Mary's Gone Black Pepper, which are gluten-free, clean ingredient cracker. But anyway, that 4%, you can add a 0, and that means it translates to 40 milligrams of calcium per serving. That only works for calcium. I'm not sure why, it just does. So if it's 2%, it would be 20 milligrams of calcium. 10% would be 100 milligrams of calcium. So that's a little tip. Now, this particular product has no added calcium. It's just the calcium that's naturally occurring in the whole grains and the seeds. It has whole grain brown rice, whole grain quinoa, brown flax seeds, brown sesame seeds, filtered water, sea salt, black pepper, wheat-free tamari, which is a type of soy sauce. And it's actually made from organic soybeans, which is important because most soy is genetically modified, so we always want to buy soy in an organic form. So it has no added calcium. So all of that calcium in this, all 40 milligrams per serving, is natural form of a naturally occurring calcium. Now, if you take another product like this is Nature's Own, the empty package of some hamburger buns, hot dog buns, and I save it for show and tell. It's got a long list of ingredients, which we're not going to go through all of that right now. We've already done that in some of the other days. But I wanted to point out, it also has, if you find the calcium, it's, I can't get my mind, there it is, 8%, so it'd be 80 milligrams per serving. And in this case, it's probably from added synthetic calcium. I mean, the whole grain will have some, but this has several forms of synthetic calcium added. For instance, down in the label, I read calcium stearol, and then on down, there's calcium iodate, and then further down is calcium sulfate, and then monocalcium phosphate. Oh my goodness, what was that? 4 or 5 different types of calcium additives. The problem with that, it's not necessarily absorbable like natural calcium. And there's so many different forms of synthetic calciums added to our foods today. If you start reading ingredient labels, you'll see that. And that type of calcium may build up in the body places we don't want it, maybe the arteries or the heart. It's not necessarily going into the bones and the places where you do want it. In fact, it could possibly cause your body to become out of balance with magnesium. And we have a lot of magnesium deficiency in this country, which is a mineral that helps the muscles to relax. And it's responsible for a lot of things in the body, including energy production, which we all need more of. So anyway, those are your tips today. Find out how much calcium is in the food, add a 0 to the percentage, and make sure there's no added calcium. It's all just from the natural food itself. So thanks for joining me this week for the 6-day label reading challenge. You can still download your free guide if you haven't got it yet. And there's more on there. I didn't quite cover all the tips, but hopefully that's enough to get you thinking about paying attention to what you're putting into your mouth and how it might be affecting your health over the long term. All right. Well, happy Mother's Day, everybody, and have a good weekend. Bye.